It's Josh Hicks here, and listen, we are back for number 3 of our 3-video series, and we have talked about, so far, question-based sales, the importance of that, and really getting down to the emotions and understanding your candidate, building value and giving them value where they feel like it's something different than just talking about the job opportunity that they're calling you about. Really building value there. And the last thing that you have to make all this come together is tone and inflection. If you have this, it's going to be a much easier way to build that value. And we're going to talk just a little bit about that and kind of go over it and just tell you some of the things that, I really see happen a lot of times when somebody gets into the business, or maybe you're a phone salesperson, you've came through the process before, you've had to kind of shift in different maybe sectors, that it's been a little bit different way that you've been taught on how to do things. You got to remember that these candidates that we're talking about in this series, because we're talking about the transportation truck driver recruiting section and sector, what is happening here is you are dealing with people that are making big moves in their lives. Okay, it's not buying a product or something of that nature, but they're actually making a career move, in which now, in the restrictions and things in this day and age, with transportation can restrict them in a lot of ways if they're making too many jumps. So it's a very serious move, and they got to know that you're the person that's actually giving them value. And so in tone and inflection, by the way, check us over at recruiterclass.com if you want to know more about what we do and a lot more information that we have over there. You'll be able to get a lot of value. We're talking about how I can help recruiters make more recruits, basically, no matter what the market is doing. And we've been on this series, so I'm glad you're back here. We talked about building relationships, getting those things that actually make them move, building that value, and then how do you do it? Well, in the question-based sales, in the script process, we do a lot of script processing, and this goes in much more detail than just 3 steps, obviously. But what it is if you don't have something that draws the individual in to get them excited about what you're doing, a lot of times you lose them anyways. We talk about the first 7 seconds. I think that's even the first 7 seconds of a conversation, of a phone conversation. If you don't have that candidate interested in you, you've lost the sell, they say. That's even gotten worse as far as that goes, from what I hear. It's about our attention span these days, right? So that is the thing that is changing because of the way our world is today. We've got, I think we're automatically prone to be ADD because we have so many things happen around us. It's moving at 1,000,000 miles an hour. So it is with these drivers that you're getting. They're getting hundreds of calls a day. A lot of them won't even look at their phones. Those kind of things. When they do, if you don't stand out on that with tone and inflection, then you're not going to get a call back more than likely. Don't sound like a boring, broken record. That's a big thing here. Okay? So, for instance, if you're going to deliver something, make sure, you're delivering it in a way that excites them. When it's a time where they're in an emotional state and they're telling you about something that they're struggling with, you work with them and come down to their side of things and say, okay, I get what you're saying. And, get down with that tone with them, because you're not going to be talking exciting, in an exciting state of mind when they're talking about this emotional state of mind that they're struggling with. So you've got to really match them on that and learn how to be good at that. You can't come across the phone if you're needing that commission, or if you're needing this deal. If you come across that phone sounding like you're stressed out, you're going to shift yourself in a direction where this individual, it's a subconscious thing. They don't even have to know the strategy of what's happening. Subconsciously, they're going to be their energy is going to move away from yours. So that's a key thing. I'm going to talk just real quick about one of the 2 things that always end up you can get over the line on, and that's confidence and then cocky. A lot of times in sales, you really want to come across because you're overcompensating for maybe your insecurity of being good or being able to close the deal. And the more deals you get closed, obviously you become more confident. You didn't come across where you're overcompensating. So being very careful about that, especially if you're new. coming out here and being in that way, you can really turn yourself and really burn a lot of day where you're making hundreds of phone calls and you're not really getting anything and you're wondering why. Because once you get into that state of mind, it's sometimes hard to get out of it unless you can step back and see what's going on. A good way to do that sometimes is also always recording yourself initially, and I still do it today. I do it a lot for training and things, but always record yourself. See what you sound like. See if you would be interested in yourself by the way that you're drawing somebody in on tone and inflection. Listen, that's a brief overview. Check us out at recruiterclass.com. I hope you got some value out of this. We're really interested in connecting with you. And if you're looking into this kind of thing, then you came to the right place. Hopefully you got some value again. Again, recruiterclass.com. And until then, we will see you on the other side. Hey, thanks for sticking around. And by the way, you like videos like that, check this out right next to us right here. It's going to be exactly what you need. If you're new, subscribe down below. You'll get updated on all new information coming. And if you comment below, I'm going to be pulling somebody on a monthly to give free coaching away. Looking forward to it. See you on the other side.